Hey, Toffee TV, it's Astro. My personal and professional life demands have kept me from having a reaction mercifully the last little bit, but I kind of feel like there's a bit of grace in acknowledging reality. Okay, no matter how harsh it might be. Last year, I absolutely raged and shouted and screamed at the rooftops because in my heart, with every fiber of my being, I felt that we would survive and stay up. So over the last 12 months, I have watched the way things go. And I've processed all the information and I've analyzed the data. And I have arrived at an inescapable conclusion. All right, and it's this simple. We are, as a football club, in its current form, doomed to fail. We are owned by a maniacal oligarch stooge who lacks the intestinal fortitude and vision to make the changes necessary to see that this football club survives and doesn't falter and fail. And you know what? I'm going to also say this. I can't wrap my head around the fact that there aren't 15 to 20,000 Blues marching before every single match. You know what? You know what kills you faster? And what it kills you just as fast as ignorance? Apathy. Acceptance. So let me tell you this. I don't accept the current state of Everton Football Club. It's a shit show and it's a shambles. And it's a shell of what it should be. There are so many fabulous Evertonians. What a creative, wonderful community. I feel like I'm more beholden to them than I am to that football club or any of those players. I've been waiting on the ground to shift in the table. I knew a day like this was coming, and I'd hoped we were going to be on the right side of it. But yet again, Soft Touch FC. The pushovers of the Premier League. Let Fulham, winless in their last 5, walk in and kick our ass from pillar to post. And Goodison was tepid and barely reactive in brief moments. And I get why. You're beat. You're beat down. We all are. Hell, I'm beat down. I've arrived at a conclusion. Let's say that we somehow, magically, pull out of our ass another survival at the last minute. Maybe Bill can get some big prints printed, put up at Finch Farm to celebrate another fucking loss. And you know what happens then? We continue to hemorrhage money because when it comes to making money, okay, we're as bad at that as we are as winning fucking football matches. Okay, we hemorrhage money. Our commercial side is a joke. All right. And even if you do get investment, that's a Band-Aid on a bullet wound because we've got a half-built stadium. We're hemorrhaging money. And oh, by the way, we got to change our fuck ugly shirt sponsor because gambling shirts are no longer allowed. Does anybody feel like that maybe the Premier League doesn't want anybody but the top 6 to make money? I do. Yet VAR would back that up. It's legalized match fixing. So, yeah, we're going to cover all the bases today. So let's say we do magically stay up. What we're going to do is we're going to have to sell more players in the summer and replace them with more substandard bodies because, let's face it, we're shopping at Poundland for talent right now. And we're going to go into next season at an even greater tactical and talent disadvantage than we did this season. You see where I'm going here, folks? It is a precipitous decline. And eventually you run out of altitude and you impact the ground. So, yeah, so whether it's this year or next year, it's going to happen. It's an inevitability. And then we go, let's say, into the championship, and we go to Bramley Moore, and we've literally got one season to save ourselves. And do you think that the people who are running this football club who couldn't find their ample asses with both hands in the dark can do that? I sure as hell don't. And if you do, I got some oceanfront property in Arizona I'd like to sell you at a good price. It's beautiful from the front porch. You can see the sea. All right? Here's the reality of all this. We've got one hope and one prayer. That somehow, magically, we survive And I'm not sure how that happens, okay, when you got a squad that can't fight its way out of a wet paper sack, okay? And then we have to get bought. Our resident absentee landlord owner is going to have to sell the club. And whoever he sells the club to is going to have to gut it from the top down and hire people that are actually, I don't know, professional, engaged, and know how to do their jobs. What's happening right now? Everton has been, like, it's like a python that wraps around you and slowly chokes you to death. The compounding failure of the narcissistic ignorance that runs the show at Everton Football Club is literally about 2 turns away from choking the breath and the life out of the club, out of the squad, and finally, last but not least, the damn spirit of the supporters. So do what you got to do, okay? Rage against the machine, okay? If that makes you feel better. Holler, cuss, scream, and fight if that makes you feel good, all right? Do all those things. But I'm going to tell you this. Your boy Astro is always watching. I'm always listening, all right? But I got some things going on in my professional and my personal life that demand 100% of me, okay? And Everton don't have my last name, and they don't pay my fucking bills, all right? So I can't lose my mind over it because I've got more important things and people counting on me than that sorry-ass excuse for what used to be the football club I love. So y'all do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do and know that I may not be posting every week, but I'm with you. And if you need me, you can always message me. My DMs are open, okay? This ain't easy. This is rough, and this is serious, folks. Y'all go steady, be reasonable as best as you can, and take care of yourself and each other, all right?